I remember the day my marriage ended, though not in the way most people would imagine. No screaming, no shattering glass, just silence, heavy enough to strangle me. She sat there, my wife, eyes averted, lips pressed into that thin line I used to mistake for self-control. And next to her, my mother-in-law, grinning like she'd won a prize. In a way, she had. The job I'd worked my entire 20s for was gone, snatched in a single afternoon. A prank, she called it, just a bit of fun. She'd sent emails from my work account to clients, jokes about incompetence, about sleeping through meetings, about corruption in the firm. She wanted to embarrass me. That was her humor. The board didn't laugh. They didn't care that it was family mischief. They saw recklessness. They saw liability. They saw me as a problem easier to erase. When I told my wife what her mother had done, she laughed too. Said I was too sensitive, said I couldn't take a joke. That laughter was the moment something in me went cold. I'd loved her once. God, I really had. When we first met, she felt like sunlight. I mistook her sharp wit for charm, her dismissive smirks for strength. I thought her mother's probing questions were just eccentricity, the way some parents test newcomers. I thought wrong. It started small, forgetting to pass on messages, little jabs at dinners, twisting stories so I looked foolish. Death by 1,000 cuts. I endured it, for her, for love, until the prank, until the job was gone, until every room I walked into carried whispers. I should have left then, should have shouted, broken something, but I didn't. I stayed quiet, observant. I let them think they'd crushed me. That night, while they slept upstairs, I sat alone with a whiskey and my laptop. And I made myself a promise. I wouldn't waste energy on rage. Rage burns out. I would sharpen myself instead. Cold steel. No emotion, no hesitation. If they saw me as a fool, I would make use of it. So I played along, pretended to move on, took small jobs to keep them off my back. Let them gossip, let them laugh. Inside, I was building skills, contacts, exit routes. I started applying abroad, quietly, methodically. A year later, I was gone. New country, new number, new life. I never told them where I went. They didn't ask. Overseas, I thrived. My name carried no stain here. My work was noticed, respected. I kept my head down and my mouth shut, but I kept records too. Every old email, every text, every cruel little jab that had been brushed off as teasing. I cataloged them, organized them like evidence, because evidence, unlike words, doesn't get dismissed. And then, months later, the first message arrived. My ex-wife. Sweet, suddenly. We're so proud of you. Everyone's talking about how well you're doing. We should catch up. Then her mother, bolder. Heard you're in finance now. We could use some advice. Just a little favor. I didn't reply. Not right away. I let them send more. One after another, all dripping with the same syrupy tone. Pride, envy, need. My silence made them hungrier. That's when I knew the timing was perfect. I sent a single line to each of them. Check your inbox. Inside, they found everything. Screenshots of their messages mocking me, evidence of that prank, her mother bragging about it in her own words. Every email, neatly stitched into a timeline. Not just to them, but forwarded to colleagues, friends, extended family, carefully chosen recipients. Enough to ruin reputations. Enough to sour every room they walked into. I didn't need to embellish. The truth was damning enough. The first phone call came within an hour. My ex, frantic. Her voice cracked between apology and fury. "You're destroying us," she hissed. "No," I said. "I'm just showing them who you are." Click. Then silence again. But not the kind that strangles me. This time, it strangled them. I watched from afar as their world shrank. The mother who once laughed at my expense found herself unwelcome at church, in her bridge club, even at family gatherings. My ex's job, built on image, on trust, crumbled once clients saw what she tolerated, what she joined in on. One by one, their smiles faded. And me? I didn't celebrate. I didn't pour another whiskey or raise a toast. I just breathed, steady and calm. Revenge isn't fireworks. It's silence after the storm, the quiet knowledge that balance has been restored. They thought I was too sensitive. They thought I'd break. But I didn't break. I bent, I sharpened, I cut. Now when I open my inbox, I don't see laughter. I see silence. And no one's laughing now.